The loudest criticism in crypto is usually mistaken because people tend to overlook the on-chain data. Everyone's saying it's too late for this ecosystem. So let's take a closer look at what the numbers actually show. And please remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Now, when it comes to this, the most common skepticism is that regarding this upgrade, people feel it's too late. There isn't enough space, or perhaps there simply isn't enough interest anymore. As serious analysts, we need to ignore rivalry narratives, price chatter, and tribalism as well. Instead, we should just let the on-chain data speak for itself, because at the end of the day, that's the whole point of crypto and blockchain, isn't it? Have everything out in the open, let's see what everyone's up to. And we can actually just rely on logic and facts in real time. Because the thing is, we can look directly at USDCX mint and burn volumes to actually determine real traction. The thing is, high active burn volumes actually indicate high usage and turnover of USDCX on the Cardano blockchain. Low turnover, on the other hand, would suggest that capital is essentially parked rather than being actively used. I really do feel as though this is going to enable people to get involved and actually yield farm with much more confidence. Analysts really ought to be looking at the week-by-week volume as well as the outstanding supply to get a true sense of what USDCX is enabling on this chain. Additionally, tracking the 7-day liquidity retention really does provide a clear picture of how sticky the new capital actually is, how much is actually being retained. It really is crucial to frame these early metrics as exactly that, and not necessarily as definitive proof of what will happen in the future. Because the cryptocurrency space is volatile, it's dynamic, and you always have to expect anything. But based on the facts we do have today, the immutable on-chain data from Cardano regarding USDCX, things are looking promising. Intellectual honesty requires us to honestly acknowledge what the caveats are, whilst also recognizing that the structural ceiling on the TVL, also known as total value locked, has been permanently altered. Please avoid comparing market caps or simply labeling this as some sort of comeback story. You really ought to be focusing strictly on infrastructural analysis. You should really be concentrating on factual on-chain infrastructure analysis. And also remember, the data is currently very early, and it's going to require monitoring over the next 90 days to truly reach an honest conclusion about where this could be heading for the remainder of 2026. Have a look at the Cardano stablecoin metrics yourself on DeFi Llama and draw your own conclusions. And make sure it's based on the data, not the narrative.